For example, when we plan to travel to a place far away, we must prepare the car, fuel, map, etc. To obtain these things, money is required. Money in this case can be compared to merit that can be accrued by doing good deeds, for example, giving, helping others, upholding the precepts, or meditating. We then make a resolution using our accumulated merit to help us to be healthy, intelligent, and sufficiently wealthy in order to live a carefree life, a virtuous life that allows us to perform more wholesome deeds and accumulate more merit until we achieve life's ultimate goals, eradicate defilements, and attain true happiness. Merit will give its effects when it's time, whether we make a resolution or not. However, if we did not make a resolution and carefully design a blueprint, when the merit fruits, it may not support our effort to do wholesome deeds. We may be endowed with a strong, healthy body, wealth, and intelligence, but if these things are used to commit evil deeds, it would completely go against our life's goals. Accumulate merit, dana, sila, samadhi. Make resolutions using the merit, health, wealth, intelligence, with an emphasis on life's goals. Lead a comfortable life and be able to perform even more merit. Achieve life's goals. Steps in making resolution. Sit in a half lotus position or comfortably in a chair. Softly close your eyes as if you are about to fall asleep. Relax every part of your body so that it's free from tension. Adjust your sitting position so that you feel relaxed. Allow your mind to come to a standstill by gently letting it rest at the center of your body. Reflect on the merit or images of the wholesome deeds that you perform so that your mind is radiant and relaxed. Link the merit that we have accumulated in the past with what we aspire. Make sure your mind is still. Do not recite your resolution or do it forcefully, because that brings about success slowly. Instead, gently imagine what we wish to achieve like a sense deep within, similar to the way a song pops in your head naturally without effort. Make resolutions using the merit as a tool to easily achieve your goals by having these three fundamental qualities: a healthy body, sufficient wealth, and great intelligence. All this so we can lead a smooth and happy life that will allow us to help others to be happy and to easily reach their goals. After performing wholesome deeds, we should reaffirm our resolutions consistently in order to reinforce our commitment, which will ultimately affect our actions. This will allow us to proceed happily with our life and towards achieving our goals. Safeguarding our mind through meditation. In our daily lives, an array of problems of varying degrees correlating to our family circumstance, profession, education, and responsibilities can arise. When faced with problems, The methods people employ to solve them may differ according to their experience and familiarity, and with outcomes that are never predictable. However, if we are trained to examine problems with a still mind, we will be able to clearly identify their origin. This skill can be developed through the practice of meditation. Meditation refers to stopping one's mind. An unrest mind is a weak mind. When a mind is at rest, it becomes powerful, like how a focus of sunlight can ignite a flame. Meditation is for humans of all nationalities, languages, genders, and generations. Everyone can meditate. Whether we work at an office or are self-employed, our status, a housewife, or a student, and our religious affiliation. Meditation is not limited to age or gender and can be easily practiced by any individual. We all have two important components, which are our bodies and minds. To have strong and powerful bodies, we need to move or exercise. To have powerful minds, we need to stop and be still. When our bodies are tired, we need to relax it by sleeping. When our minds are nervous or sensitive, we need to relax it by meditating. Simple meditation instructions can be divided into 6 steps. Sit in a relaxing position with the right leg on the left leg and right hand on the left hand. The index finger of your right hand should just touch your left thumb. Close your eyes gently, like how you would fall asleep while keeping your back up straight. Examine parts of your body. Make sure that no part is being too stressed. If you feel so, move your body slightly so that your circulation is good. That way, we would not feel any aches. Adjust your feelings so that you feel relaxed and clear. You may think of nature, river, mountains, sky, or cloud, or imagine that you are alone in the space with no humans, animals, or things surrounding you. You have no bonds or worries, be it education, family, work, or any other thing. Visualize a crystal ball, the sun, the moon, or any other star in the middle of your stomach, so that your mind lingers there and not wander elsewhere. Suppose you have 2 strings. Pull one string tightly from the navel straight through to the back of your body. Now pull the other string across from your right side straight through to your left side, such that both strings interact at the middle of your body. The point of the intersection is the size of the end of a pin. Now suppose you place 2 fingers, one on top of the other at the intersection. This is then the location of the 7th base. For those who feel stressed when you visualize, you can just skip this process. Instead, just bring your mind to stop at the 7th base of the mind or in the middle of your body. Repeat the mantra Samma Araham to yourself. Samma means correctness, while Araham means purity. Feel as if the sound is coming from the 7th base of your mind. Protect your mind so that it is mindful and relaxed all the time. It should be neutral, empty, clear, still, and indifferent. There should be no rush at all. You should feel satisfied with such emotion, and in no time, you will attain the real inner happiness. When the water is still, all particles that are there would settle at the bottom. When your mind is still, it will become clear and pure. Be at present and your mind will be powerful. Benefits of meditation. The benefits gained from practicing meditation regularly are: 1. A radiant, pure, clean, and calm mind, which aids in gaining a more peaceful sleep and one devoid of nightmares. 2. Enhanced personality, becoming more energetic and refined, and gaining more confidence and self-control, which are applicable for any situation. 3. Reduction of stress that disrupt our thoughts, When we are not feeling tense, our body naturally releases chemicals that increase our happiness and improve our overall health by fortifying our immune system and slowing the aging process. 4. Suppression of anger and tempers. As the mind becomes calmer and still longer through the practice of meditation, when the mind is stable and tranquil, it will have the power to restrain actions of body, speech, and mind. 5. Diligent practitioner will have improved memory and analytical skills, giving rise to higher aptitude when performing various tasks. They will also have greater proficiency in learning and working, and experience profound levels of inner happiness and wisdom. Appropriate time for meditation. 5 to 10 minutes after waking up to get yourself ready for the day. 5 to 10 minutes before going to bed to revisit the good moments during that day. Apart from those, 15 to 60 minutes during any preset time of the day. Meditation should be practiced regularly. It should be treated like a necessary and important activity in life. When you do so, you would be faced with happiness and success in life. When you are at the center of happiness, peace would expand to others in your family, society, country, and eventually creating world peace.
How to meditate. Meditation helps us to have more focus and greater clarity. The more our mind is able to be still, the more powerful it becomes. In the same way that a magnifying glass placed under the sun concentrates the light into one focal point, generating enough heat to start a fire. Meditation is universal and can be practiced by people of all nationalities, languages, genders, and ages. 7 simple steps in meditation. Find a comfortable and balanced posture. To begin, find a comfortable sitting position where your back and neck are straight but not stiff. You can sit on a chair, sofa, or on the floor. In the half lotus position, sit comfortably on the floor. Place your right leg over your left leg. Allow your hands on your lap with the palms up and your right hand on top of your left. Allow your right index finger to gently touch the tip of your left thumb. Then slowly and softly close your eyes. Allow the eyelids to close naturally without squeezing or pressing your eyes. Relax your body. Check to see if there is any area that feels tight, starting with your head, facial muscles, neck, shoulders, arms, palms, and fingertips. All the muscles of the back, chest, abdomen, buttocks, thighs, knees, calves, to the tips of your toes are relaxed. Adjust your body so that the blood can flow freely and you can sit comfortably for an extended period of time in this position. Adjust your mind. Allow the mind to feel at ease and comfortable. You could think about the nature, such as the ocean, river, mountain, sky, or clouds. Imagine you're sitting all alone in a vast open space, with no people, things, or animals around you. There is nothing holding you back, whether it's school, family, work, or any commitments. Having a single focus. You can use the visualization technique to bring your mind back to its home, where the mind can stay within and not be distracted by external matters. The visualization object can be a crystal ball, sun, moon, or stars in the middle of the stomach. Imagine that there are two threads, one stretching from your navel to your back, and the other from your left side to your right. Two finger widths above the point where these two threads intersect, a point as small as a pinhead, is called the seventh base of the body. This is also the center of the body. Gently imagine your visualization object at the center of the body. If you feel any tension while using the visualization technique, then cease the visualization. Simply and gently place your gentle awareness at the center of your abdomen. Recite the mantra silently within. If you become distracted, you can softly recite the mantra Samma Arahang. Samma means right, and Arahang means pure. Allow the sound of the mantra to gently radiate from the seventh base at the center of your body. Once your mind begins to calm down and you no longer wish to recite the mantra, you can stop reciting. Should your mind wander or become distracted again, then you can return to reciting the mantra. Maintain the mindfulness and comfort. Maintain the feeling of comfort and mindfulness. Continue to remain in the feeling of comfort, openness, calmness, ease, and coolness. You don't feel rushed or have any place you need to be. You feel relaxed, comfortable, and perfectly content. Soon, you will feel happiness arising. Spreading loving kindness. When your mind is calm, clear, and filled with peace and happiness, it's time to share this joy with others. You could wish for world peace and the well-being of all living beings. Imagine the feeling of love, compassion, good wishes as a bright sphere at the center of your body. Allow the brightness to expand and cover your entire body, then slowly spread this soft sphere of loving kindness in all directions. Allow the loving kindness to cover your home, house, neighborhood, city, country, and countries nearby, and eventually the entire planet and universe. Spread your loving kindness to your family, friends, and everyone in the entire world. Wish them love, peace, happiness, safety, and prosperity in their life. Ultimately, through meditation, we will experience true inner peace and gain limitless power to heal ourselves and to change the world.
Giving, a practice of generosity. Human beings subsist in this world by giving and sharing. When we first entered the world, we didn't arrive with anything. If we didn't have parents or benefactors to provide us with love, kindness, and care, we would never have survived from infancy to this day. The value received from the act of giving is incomparable for both the giver and the receiver. However, It is even more significant for the ones who give persistently, for their generosity will improve their lives immensely. Giving is the act of sharing wholeheartedly for the benefit of others. The more we give, the more we get. It is comparable to how water flows back when we push it forward. The water that surrounds us flows towards us. Givers are well loved by all. Great reputation would be spread around. Giving can be categorized into 4 types. Giving of material things means giving things, and it can be categorized into 10 types, which are rice, water, vehicles, clothes, flowers, scented items, toiletries, mattresses, accommodations, and candles. The greatest giving of all is called Sanghadana, which is giving to an unspecified recipient monk. Giving of kindness means protecting the lives of all living beings and involves the complete removal of anger from one's heart, elimination of vengefulness, and being forgiving. Giving of knowledge means offering knowledge and wise guidance that benefit people's lives. Giving of wisdom means sharing knowledge about the truth of life. This includes educating people on wholesome and unwholesome deeds, advising them to avoid misdeeds and to perform good deeds, and encouraging them to practice meditation to purify their mind. These are all paths of purification for one's body, speech, and mind. Factors that make any giving leads to greater results are: 1. Pure object. The object being offered must be rightfully owned. It must not be stolen goods. 2. Pure agents. Both givers and recipients must be virtuous. 3. Pure intention. Giving was completed with good intention before, during, and after the action. Benefits of sharing. The giver is beloved and admired by a multitude of people. Virtuous people are eager to associate with the giver. The giver's exemplary reputation becomes well known. The giver possesses confidence at all social gatherings. Those who give cherished items would receive cherished items. Those who give great objects would receive great objects. Those who give good objects would receive good objects. Those who give excellent objects would receive excellent objects. Spreading loving kindness. Everyone yearns to experience peace and happiness, be free from anxiety, and be able to let go of anger and unpleasant feelings. Whenever we get angry or jealous, our mind becomes restless, nervous, and uneasy. This is where the spreading of loving kindness can help. To spread loving kindness is to extend waves of love and well wishes to all living beings without any sense of jealousy so that they can be happy. It also means having sincere goodwill towards others, be it someone we dislike or our foe. When we are able to spread loving kindness to those we don't get along with, it means that our mind has elevated itself above the influence of anger and jealousy through the power of loving kindness. Loving kindness is a tool to eradicate defilements such as anger, malice, or animosity arising from jealousy. How to spread loving kindness. Sit in a half lotus position or comfortably in a chair. Gently close your eyes as if you are about to fall asleep. Relax every part of your body. Adjust your sitting position so that you feel comfortable. Let the feeling of goodwill for others and all living beings converge as a pure crystal ball at the center of your body. Softly spread the feeling of loving kindness to the left, right, front, back and above, and below into every human being and living being around you. Gradually spread your loving kindness so that it covers all areas. Let it cover all the towns, districts, cities, counties, countries, world, and universes. Make a wish for all beings to be free from misfortunes and animosity towards one another. Wish for those who are suffering to be free from suffering, those who are happy to experience even greater happiness. Ideal time to spread loving kindness. At night before going to bed. Right after meditation is a perfect time to recollect all the good deeds we performed during the day. Our mind will feel joyful and ready to spread loving kindness. After work, because our mind is clear and free. Throughout the day, the more times we can spread loving kindness, the more we gain. It can be done in any position, when we are walking on the street, riding to work, or taking a break. Benefits of regularly spreading loving kindness. Sound sleep. We will experience deep and relaxing sleep. Waking up happy, we will feel refreshed, relaxed, and rejuvenated. Absent of nightmares, we will not have scary and terrifying dreams that startle us awake. Be loved by others. We will possess charms and be devoid of foes. Even those who dislike us will begin to like us. Be loved by all living beings. We will be free from dangers. Be protected by celestial beings. We will be protected wherever and whenever we travel. We won't encounter any type of threats, whether we travel by land, air, or sea. Fires, weapons, and poison cannot injure or cause us harm. Sharp and focused. Whether we are studying or working, we will be focused and can accomplish our work successfully. Radiant complexion. Even with the passage of time, our complexion will remain perpetually clear and radiant. Coherent and lucid at death. Even as death approaches, we will not complain ceaselessly, be disoriented, or a pity to anyone. We will depart this world peacefully. Spreading loving kindness is a form of meditation. Those who practice it consistently are kind-hearted, calm, and magnanimous, and want all of humankind to experience the same happiness. They spread waves of calmness and compassion outward, so that others can feel the compassion, calmness, and joy as well. By spreading loving kindness, humans and animals will be able to coexist peacefully and harmoniously, as if we were all one extended family. We will feel elated to see each other and feel the warmth from the trust we have for each other. There will be no suspicions that may lead to conflict. Instead, we will genuinely support one another, and the kindness and goodwill for each other will eventually lead to world peace. Theravada Buddhism in Thailand. 3 months after the Lord Gautama Buddha attains complete Nibbana, his 500 perfected disciples who had heard his teachings convened at Sattapani Cave, located near the city of Rajagarha in the kingdom of Magadha, for what is now referred to as the First Buddhist Council or Sankhayana. The recitation and compilation of the Buddha's teachings takes 7 months to complete, and it is the first time that they have been thoroughly compiled and categorized. These teachings, approved by the elder monks at the First Buddhist Council, form the basis of the Tipitaka or Pali Canon. Followers and practitioners of these teachings are called Theravada, meaning the teachings laid down by the Theravada monks. Therefore, the Theravada school of Buddhism means the community of monks that scrupulously adheres to the teachings of the Buddha that was compiled at the First Buddhist Council. Buddhism didn't arrive to Thailand until after the Third Buddhist Council, when King Ashoka the Great sent Buddhist missionaries, Venerable Sona and Venerable Uttara, to propagate Buddhism in Suvarnabhumi, Land of Gold, a name which Southeast Asia is commonly known. Buddhism has flourished in this region ever since. The history of Buddhism in Suvarnabhumi can be divided into 4 different periods as follows: Theravada Buddhism during the reign of King Ashoka the Great, Mahayana Buddhism, Burmese Theravada Buddhism, Langavamsa Theravada Buddhism. Langavamsa Theravada Buddhism is a form of Buddhism Thai people have practiced for numerous generations. Sukhothai period 1277. King Ramgamhaeng learns of the disciplined lifestyle of a community of Langavamsa Theravada Buddhist monks residing in the city of Nakhon Si Thammarat that strictly adheres to the Vinaya, monastic discipline. Therefore, he invites the Supreme Patriarch of Nakhon Si Thammarat to come teach Buddhism in the city of Sukhothai. Langavamsa Theravada Buddhism eventually becomes widely practiced in Sukhothai. Lana period 1370. King Kurna sends an envoy to invite Venerable Sumana Thera from the city of Sukhothai to teach Buddhism in Lana. This is how Langavamsa Theravada Buddhism became established in Lana, as evident by the construction of Wat Phra That Doi Suthep. Ayutthaya period. Buddhist monks living in the city of Ayutthaya have traveled abroad to study Buddhism in Sri Lanka. Then around 1753, as Buddhism in Sri Lanka begins to decline, the king of Sri Lanka asks King Paramakot to send monks from Ayutthaya to help ordain the Sinhalese men. As a result, Venerable Upali and Venerable Arya Muni lead a group of 15 monks to carry out this mission in Sri Lanka. From that day forward, Siam Nikaya Buddhism becomes established in Sri Lanka and continues to flourish. Thonburi period. King Taksin revives Buddhism, which has been in decline ever since the war with Burma, resulting in the loss of the city of Ayutthaya in 1767. King Taksin asks all the monks who have gone into hiding during the war to return to their temples. Venerable D of Wat Pradu becomes the first Supreme Patriarch of Thonburi. The Ratana Kosin period. Important events related to Theravada Buddhism during the Ratanakosin period are as follows. King Rama I, he has what Pratsi Ratana Satsararam built and what Sutat Tepawararam restored. He calls for the 9th Buddhist Council to be held and has various Buddhist texts and scriptures translated. King Rama II, he revives the Buddhist tradition of celebrating Visakha Busha Day and sends monks to study and research Buddhism in Sri Lanka. He also has what Sutat built. King Rama III, he asked royal scholars to write books on the various branches of knowledge, as well as Buddhist literatures like Visantara Jataka poem and Patom Samma Potikatha, Life of the Buddha. King Rama IV, he enters the monkhood as a prince and receives the monastic title of Venerable Vachirayano. He has a strong belief in the strict practice of the Raman Vangsa monks and later reordains with this order. Many follow suit and enter the monkhood, leading to the order's new name, Tamayut Nikaya. King Rama V, he establishes a new monastic education system that includes Dhamma study and Pali study. He helps establish the monastic university, Mahajulalongkorn Raja Vidyalaya University. King Rama VI, he pens Buddhist literatures on topics such as what higher knowledge did the Buddha gain from enlightenment, the Mangala Sutta poem, etc. King Rama VII, he enters the monkhood and spends the rains retreat at Wat Borwan Niwed Vihara. He is given the monastic name of Venerable Bachatipo. He has the Sayamrat Tipitaka version printed. King Rama VIII, he has the Tipitaka translated using common day language and in the form of a Dhamma talk. This version is called the Royal Tipitaka. King Rama IX, he enters the monkhood and is given the monastic name Venerable Pumipalo. He has the Sangha law decreed. In 1962, he appoints the Supreme Patriarch of Thailand as the head of the Thai Buddhist order. He helps establish Buddhist temples abroad. Since the leaders of the country and members of the 4 Buddhist communities have always performed their parts in the Buddhist cause, Buddhism continues to flourish in Thailand. Understanding the true nature of human beings through the precepts. All living things on earth cherish their life and strive for a peaceful existence. The human mind realizes that if we all love ourselves dearly and desire happiness and safety in our lives, other living creatures would surely share the same disposition. This will become more apparent as we explore further the concept of precepts or moral discipline. 1. Abstaining from taking the life of any living creatures. Naturally, human beings never wish to be harmed or killed by anyone. Since everyone holds this belief, we should never harm or destroy any living things. By abiding to this precept, we protect the right to life of all living creatures. 2. Abstaining from taking that which is not given. Naturally, human beings never wish to have their belongings stolen or things taken without permission. For this reason, we should never steal because human beings uphold the principle of ownership. This item belongs to someone else, and this belongs to me. By abiding to this precept, we safeguard other people's property. 3. Abstaining from committing sexual misconduct. Naturally, human beings never wish to have their loved ones taken away from them, whether it is one's husband, wife, or child. Therefore, we should never commit misconduct of this nature with other people's loved ones. By abiding to this precept, we honor every family with respect and security. 4. abstaining from lying, using offensive language, slander, and senseless talk. Naturally, human beings never wish to be deceived or verbally abused. Therefore, we should be sincere with everyone by not telling lies and using foul language, slander, and endless chatter. By abiding to this precept, we give everyone our honesty and sincerity. 5. Abstaining from intoxicants, the primary cause of negligence. Normally, human beings have the awareness to maintain control of their body, speech, and mind. However, when people consume intoxicants, mindfulness and self-restraint are compromised, and they are capable of committing every possible offense. Therefore, this is the most important precept to adhere to because individuals without mindfulness are extremely dangerous. By abstaining from intoxicants, we ensure the safety of every being and thing around us. All problems in our society take root from people who violate the 5 precepts. Therefore, the 5 precepts can be used as a standard for goodness and badness too. Upholding the precepts has many other benefits such as 1. Respectability, 2. Great health, 3. Loving family, 4. Reputation, 5. Dignity. When we uphold the 5 precepts, avoiding all evilness, safety in our life, our asset, and our family structure is ensured. We would also be acting on sincerity so that our society would be suspicion-free and peaceful. Who are the novices in Buddhism? Novices are the lineage to Buddhist monks. They are young boys and men, ages 7 to 20, who have ordained in Buddhism but have not yet reached the age to receive higher ordination to become a Buddhist monk. Novice ordination began during the time of the Lord Buddha, when he instructed Venerable Sariputta to hold an ordination ceremony for the Buddha's only son, Rahula, thus becoming the first novice monk in Buddhism. The ordination of novices, where parents encourage and give their sons or nephews permission to ordain, is an important tradition in Buddhism. During the old days, children went to temples to receive an education, but they must first ordain as novices and request to become students of senior monks before being allowed to reside at the temples. Temples, therefore, became both homes and Dhamma schools for novices. The story of Nikrod Novice. During his rule of India, King Ashoka the Great had killed countless lives in battles and worshipped ascetics outside Buddhism. Then one day, while standing by the window, he spotted a novice monk called Nikrod, who looked disciplined, calm, and refined. The king developed faith immediately as he watched Nikrod novice walking towards the royal field, so he commanded his counselor to invite the novice to the hall. After offering food and asking Dhamma questions, the king finally came to understand the truth of life. He became righteous in the Dhamma and transformed the country to a nation of virtues. However, the most significant contribution King Ashoka made was the dissemination of Buddhism, where he sent monks to other regions. This allowed Buddhism to spread and be passed down the generations to the present time. Stories about good people and how they led virtuous lives inspire others to do good deeds and to follow in their footsteps. This is just like the story of Nikrod Novice, who inspired others and helped Buddhism prosper to the present day. Novice Ordination Ceremony. For the ordination, ordinants must shave their hair, eyebrows, and mustache, don the saffron robes, and request a senior monk to be their preceptor. They must then accept or take refuge in the triple gem and request the 10 precepts. The 10 precepts. 1. To refrain from killing any living being. 2. To refrain from taking what is not given. 3. To refrain from sexual activity. 4. To refrain from telling what is untrue. 5. To refrain from drinking or taking intoxicants. 6. To refrain from eating after midday. 7. To refrain from watching entertainment, singing, dancing. 8. To refrain from adorning oneself with ornaments or perfumes. 9. To refrain from sleeping on high or luxurious sleeping place. 10. To refrain from accepting money. By receiving these 10 precepts, the ordination of a novice monk concludes. In this day and age, with boundless platforms for social interaction, images of someone performing wholesome deeds, like a novice ordaining, studying the Dhamma, or training themselves through body, speech, and mind in order to be role models, are the most beautiful and noble photos. These images will inspire people around the world to do good deeds and to seek happiness and true peace. Going on alms round. Going on alms round is the daily activity of the Buddhist monks and novice monks. The Lord Buddha regards this activity as being sublime because it is one of the ways to propagate Buddhism. During the Lord Buddha's time, lay people attended the temple to listen to Dhamma lectures and accumulate merit by offering food and other requisites to the Buddhist monks. It was how the customary practice of giving blessings to the lay people by the Buddhist monks at the end of their meal originated. The offering of food and other requisites to the Buddhist monks allows the laity to accumulate merit and dedicate the earned merit to their departed loved ones. Unfortunately, many people these days harbor the wrong view that the Buddhist monks are begging for food from people, when in fact, the Buddhist monks, given their righteousness and virtue, serve as the most abundant merit field for the householders. It is the righteous and virtuous monks who make it possible for the householders to accumulate a huge amount of merit. The Buddhist monks can be compared to the most abundant merit field for the following reasons. 1. They practice righteousness according to the Lord Buddha's Dhamma discipline. 2. They practice righteousness for the purpose of increasing their physical, verbal, and mental purity. 3. They practice the Dhamma for the purpose of making clear the path and fruit of Nibbana. Righteous and virtuous monks deserve the laity's high regards. As the most abundant merit field, the offerings made to such venerable monks can earn the giver a tremendous amount of merit, just as planting in a good rice paddy can yield an abundant harvest. The first alms round. On the occasion that the Lord Buddha returned to his birthplace in order to teach the Dhamma to his family and relatives, he saw and knew with his supernormal insight what the past Lord Buddhas did when they returned to their birthplace. What they did was to go out on alms round. And so, the Lord Gautama Buddha and his perfected disciples, or arahats, went on alms round in the city in order to allow the people to earn an incomparable amount of merit. The people were overjoyed that they could offer food to the Lord Buddha and his perfected disciples. They paid deep homage to them and sang their praises. The objectives of going on alms round. The Buddhist monk goes on alms round in order to obtain sufficient food to sustain his body and assuage his hunger and thirst. Having been nourished by the food, he then uses the energy obtained to study and practice the Dhamma in order to pass the Dhamma knowledge on to the laity later on. When the Buddhist monk goes on alms round, it enables him to cultivate endeavor, persistence, and patience. It enables him to live a simple life. It enables him to quell his craving, and it enables him not to be trapped by the sight, smell, and taste of food. A person decides to enter the monkhood not for material gain, nor for the different foods offered to him by the lay people. A person enters the monkhood for the specific purpose of quelling his greed, anger, delusion, defilements, and craving which cause his mind to be gloomy and keep him feathered to the endless round of rebirth. Going on alms round. When the Buddhist monk goes on alms round, he uses both hands to hold his alms bowl and walks in a silent and composed manner. He does not ask for food or stand still unless invited to wait for a layperson to offer him food. The Buddhist monk cannot refuse the food offered him, nor can he express his preference for certain food. The alms. Generally, Buddhists know to offer the best quality food that they can afford to the Buddhist monk. However, food prepared from the 10 kinds of meat as follows should never be offered to the Buddhist monk: human, elephant, horse, dog, snake, lion, tiger, Bengal tiger, bear, and leopard. At one point during the Lord Buddha's time, Venerable Devadatta suggested to the Lord Buddha that the Buddhist monk should not consume any kind of meat at all. The Lord Buddha did not agree for fear that it would make it difficult for the Buddhist monks to obtain food. However, he did forbid the Buddhist monk to consume the meat he knew, saw, or heard that it came from an animal killed specifically for his consumption. The offering of food. The person offering food to the Buddhist monk should show his respect for the Buddhist monk by removing his shoes and his hat. He can either kneel down or stand up during the food offering, depending on circumstances. He should be appropriately dressed. Ladies should not wear clothes that are revealing, tight, or thin. Before the approach of the Buddhist monk, the person can hold the food to be offered above his head in order to make a resolute wish. Once the Buddhist monk comes to stand still in front of the person and open his alms bowl, the person is to carefully place the food inside the Buddhist monk's alms bowl. The person is not to converse with the monk or ask him what kind of food he prefers. After the food is offered, the person is to put his palms together as in namaskar in order to receive the monk's blessings. While receiving the blessings, the person can dedicate his earned merit to departed loved ones and make a resolute wish for success and prosperity. At the end of the blessings, the person is to say Sadhu. The Buddhist monk's livelihood is made possible by the requisites offered him by the laity. It is the duty of the Buddhist monk to spend his time studying, understanding, memorizing, and practicing the Lord Buddha's teachings so that he can pass the knowledge on to the laity. The Lord Buddha's teachings, or the Dhamma, is about truth. Hence, it is precious. It is passed on from the Buddhist monk to the lay people to serve as their refuge. Therefore, it is the Buddhist's duty to offer food to the Buddhist monk daily. It is one important way for the lay people to earn merit. At the same time, the Buddhist monk can use the energy derived from the lay people's food to undertake ever-increasing self-training, such that he will become increasingly purer physically, verbally, and mentally, and so that he can continue to propagate the Lord Buddha's teachings and spread peace to every corner of the world.
Meditation. Meditation is indication of mind being still, not wandering. It makes you feel peaceful, comfortable, happiness. Why meditate? Our brains are at work 24 hours a day even when we rest. But if the brain does not get rest, the result is stress and anxiety. That's why we need meditation so the brain can relax. However, meditation has many other benefits as well. Meditation helps to learn better. Our brains have 4 types of waves: beta waves, Beta waves function in situations of chaos and cause low efficiency in learning. Alpha waves are activated in the brain in calm conditions, so we are ready to work efficiently with the very happy and creative mood. Theta waves, state of the brain is half asleep and half awake. Delta waves, the brain is in deep sleep state and wave frequency is minimal. Meditation can help reduce the frequency of brain waves, make a better performance, improve memory, reduce tensions, and enable more creativity. Meditation makes your skin better. Meditation will stimulate the secretion of growth hormone, makes the skin radiant and young looking, reduce tensions, eliminate free radicals, the cause of aging, and improve personality, confidence, and appetite control. Meditation helps to improve our health. Meditation makes the white blood cells stronger, creating better immunity. Treatment of serious diseases such as cancer, heart disease, and dermatitis improves. It also leads to a good mental as well as physical health. Here's how to meditate. Sit cross-legged. The right hand over the left hand is placed on the lap comfortably. Close your eyes gently. Relax every part of the body. Release your mind. We should meditate at least 15 minutes a day. That's how your brain will be ready to relax and work efficiently.
Dedicating merit to others. The practice of dedicating merit only exists in Buddhism, so it's vital that we first understand the following two concepts. 1. There is no way to earn a living after death, both in the states of happiness or the states of unhappiness. Happiness in life is due to one's merit. 2. Merit is a pure energy that leads to happiness and success in life. Merit can be accumulated, similar to the way electricity is recharged and stored in batteries, and it can be dedicated to those who have passed away. The first historic account of merit dedication occurred during the Lord Buddha's era. One night, King Bimbisara heard a strange sound that startled him. So he asked the Buddha and came to learn that it was a sound made by a deceased relative who had been reborn as a beta, or hungry ghost, and was now seeking merit. The king performed a great offering of food and clothes to Buddha and his disciples, and dedicated the merit. The merit immediately transformed the hungry ghost into a celestial being. This is an example of how merit can be transferred by those who are living to relatives who have passed away. When we perform good deeds, merit arises. Important factors that will allow merit to reach our relatives. 1. The recipient must be in a state that is possible to receive the merit. Those who have been reborn as celestial beings, hell beings, hungry ghosts, or animals are able to receive merit, while those who have been reborn as humans are not able to do so. 2. There must be a person to perform the meritorious deeds and to dedicate the merit earned. 3. A proper fertile field of merit must exist to ensure that the merit provides the most benefit to the recipient. 2 methods of dedicating merit. 1. Pouring ceremonial water. After performing a wholesome deed, as the monks are giving the blessing, raise the water flask to pour a continuous stream of water into the vessel. This is an ingenious method because the dedication of merit to our deceased relatives requires us to be concentrated and undistracted. 2. Meditating and reflecting on the merits as we recall the names or appearance of relatives or individuals whom we wish to dedicate the merits to specifically. We can dedicate merit to others in general as well by declaring Itang me yatinang hotu sukhita hontu yatayo, which means, may this merit be transferred to my relatives. May they all be blessed with happiness. Recipients of merit dedicated can be categorized into 3 groups. 1. Parents, relatives, and teachers. We can do so by recalling their full names. 2. Those we have wronged against in the past. We can make an earnest wish to have all the negative karma resolved. 3. All other living beings. When we dedicate merit to our relatives, our merit does not become reduced. This is similar to the way a candle is used to light up many other candles. The brightness does not dwindle. However, the overall brightness is amplified. From another perspective, when we pass away, we cannot be certain that our relatives will have the time and opportunity to make merit and dedicate it to us. Therefore, we should accumulate as much merit as we possibly can while we are alive.
History of บูชาข้าวพระ บูชาข้าวพระ or food offering to the Lord Buddha is a long-standing tradition that has been passed down in Thailand. Wat Prathamakaya also practices food offering to the Lord Buddha as a meritorious ceremony every first Sunday of each month. Food offering to the Lord Buddha is regarded as a great merit, as the Lord Buddha has announced that the merit from dana, or giving, bears fruition. Even giving food to animals bear fruition up to 100-fold. Giving necessities to those who possess no precepts bears fruition up to 1,000-fold. Giving food who have precepts bears fruition up to 1,000,000 times. Offering necessities to those who do not follow the Buddhist practice yet possess mental absorptions or jhanas, who are free from the influence of sense desire, will bear fruition up to 1,000,000 aeons. Offering necessities to those who engage in Buddhist practice for the purpose of becoming a Sotapanna bears fruition up to a asankhya amount of aeons. Offering food to Sotapanna bears even greater fruition. Offering food to those who engage in Buddhist practice for the purpose of becoming a Sakitagami bears even greater fruition. Offering necessities to Sakitagami bears even greater fruition yet. Offering necessities to those who engage in Buddhist practice for the purpose of becoming an Anagami bears even greater fruition. Offering necessities to an Anagami bears even greater fruition. Offering necessities to those who engage in the Buddhist practice for the purpose of becoming an Arahant bears even greater fruition. Offering necessities to Arahants bears fruition of immeasurable multitudes. And offering necessities to Pacceka Buddha and the Lord Buddha increases the magnitude of the merit immeasurably. Therefore, having the opportunity to perform dana or offer alms and making merit to the Lord Buddha is a great opportunity that is hard found.
Those who are fortunate enough to have the opportunity are even rarer. This merit will provide us sufficient wealth for innumerable lifetimes. Therefore, this knowledge has existed since the age of the Buddha and continues to be passed down after he has entered Parinibbana. Arising from the material body is the Dhamma body that connects to Nibbana. However, those who wish to receive merit are able to have a Buddha image representing the Dhammakaya instead. While having a Buddha image representing the Lord Buddha and preparing and offering food may not literally bring him food, as the Lord Buddha has already passed away, nor be offered to his Dhamma body, nor is it literally offered to him in Nibbana, yet because of the conditions of having a ceremony, we call this type of offering as an intention and is a type of offering that has been traditionally passed down by generations. In regards to Vajradhammakaya ceremony and offering food to the Lord Buddha, it is considered a grand event that bears its own history. หลวงปู่วัดปากน้ำปาสีเจริญพระมงคลเทพมุนีโสดจันทสโร rediscoverer of Visha Dhammakaya, having sacrificed his life to attain the Dhamma, realizing the truth of the world and life, then researched the Visha Dhammakaya method to the fullest. He then disseminated and taught Visha to his disciples, guiding them to attain the Dhammakaya. One of those disciples was Kunyai Chan Maharatana Ubasika Khon Nok Yum. Another was Kunyai Tongsup Samdang Pan, the teacher who taught Kunyai Chan the method of Visha Dhammakaya from the start and brought her to nunhood at Wat Pak Nam, along with being an influence of many good virtues for Kunyai. Until one day, Kunyai Chan recalled a story during Songkran, Thai New Year in the year of 1947, where Wat Pak Nam hosted a ceremony involving decorating a jaidiya constructed of sand with flowers and flags in homage of the Lord Buddha.
มัสการพระคุณเจ้าและสามเณรทุกรูปเรียนเชิญสา
position and pay homage to the Buddha image together. Bow, bow, bow. May I invite everyone to pay respect to the presiding venerable and the monastic community together. Bow, bow, bow. Now, it's Dhammagaya time to practice meditation in order to attain Dhammagaya, which already exists within all of us. Dhammagaya is the supreme refuge for all of us. Nothing else is comparable. Therefore, from now on, I would like to invite everyone to chant together in homage to the Triple Gem.
Yamahang Samma Sambuddhang
ยะมาหังสัมมาสัมพุทธัง
Bhagavantang Saraṇaṃ Khato
ภคะวันตังสารนังคโต
Imina Sakarena
อิมินาสการเรนะ
Tang Bhagavantang Abhipuchayami
ตังภคะวันตังอภิปูชยามิ
ข้าพเจ้าบูชาบัด
We
นี้
all venerate
เจ้าบูชาบัดนี้
the Lord Buddha,
ซึ่งพระผู้มีพระภาคเจ้า
the fully self-enlightened one.
ผู้ตรัสรู้แล้วเองโดยชอบ
We all take him
ข้าพเจ้าถึง
as our refuge,
เป็นที่พึ่ง
who can end sufferings
จากทุกข์ได้จริง
through this worship.
ด้วยสักการะนี้
หังสวาขาตัง
ยะมาหังสวาคาตัง
ภควตาธัมมังสารนังคโต
ภควตาธัมมังสารนังคโต
อิมินาสการเรนะ
อิมินาสการเรนะ
ตังธัมมังอภิปูชยามิ
ตังธัมมังอภิปูชยามิ
ข้าพเจ้าบูชา
We all venerate
เจ้าบูชาบัดนี้
the Dhamma,
ซึ่งพระธรรม
well expounded
อันพระผู้มีพระภาคเจ้า
by the Lord Buddha. We all take Dhamma
พระเจ้าถึง
as our refuge,
เป็นที่พึ่ง
which can end dangers
จัดภัยได้จริง
through this worship.
ด้วยสักการะนี้
หังสุปฏิปันนัง
ยามาหังสุปฏิปันนัง
สังฆังสรณังคโต
สังฆังสารนังคโต
อิมินาสการเรนะ
อิมินาสการเรนะ
ตังสังฆังอภิปูชยามิ
ตังสังฆังอภิปูชยามิ
ข้าพเจ้าบูชา
We all venerate Sangha,
บูชาบัดนี้
the well practicing monks.
ซึ่งพระสงฆ์ผู้ปฏิบัติดี
We all take Sangha
ซึ่งข้าพเจ้าถึง
as our refuge,
เป็นที่พึ่ง
which can end illness
กำจัดโรคได้จริง
through this worship.
ด้วยสักการะนี้
อระหังสัมมาสัมพุทโธภควา
อะระหังสัมมาสัมพุทโธภควา
พุทธังภควันตังอภิวาเทมิ
พุทธังภควันตังอภิวาเทมิ
Bow,
สวากขาโตภะคะวตาธัมโม
สวาคาโตภะคะวตาธัมโม
ธัมมังนัมสสามิ
ธัมมังนามาสามิ
Bow.
ปฏิปันโนภะคะวะโตสาวกสังโฆ
สุปฏิปันโนภะคะวะโตสาวกสังโฆ
สังฆังนามามิ
สังฆังนามามิ
Bow.
อันนมยังมุตสาภะคะวะโตวะภาคณมการังกะโรมาเสนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะอุกาสะ
อุกาสะ
อัจจโยโนปันเต
อัจจโยโนพันเต
อัจจคมา
อัจจคามาย
ะถาภาเล
ยะถาภาเร
ยะถามุลเห
ยะถามุลเห
ยะถาอกุสเล
ยะถากุสเร
เยมยังกรัมหา
เยมยังกรัมหา
เอวังพันเตมยัง
เอวังพันเตมยัง
อัจจโยโน
อัจจโยโน
ปฏิคันหาทา
ปฏิคันหาทา
อายติงสังวรายามะ
อายาติงสังวารายามะ
ข้าพระพุทธเจ้า
We would like to take this opportunity due to mental, verbal, and physical misdeeds made upon the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. In any cases, as we all were deluded with defiled minds to abuse of the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. May the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha forgive all the abuses to all of us from this day forth. All of us will be more careful and considerate with body, speech, and mind from this day onward. Ukasa. We all humbly invite the Lord Buddhas who attained enlightenment in the past, more countless than the sand grains in the four oceans, and all the Lord Buddhas yet to be enlightened in the future, and all the Lord Buddhas enlightened in the present time. May the Lords manifest themselves through eyes, ears, nose, mouth, body, and mind of ours at this moment in time. Ukasa. We all humbly invite the ninefold supramundane dhammas in the past innumerable of them, and the ninefold supramundane dhammas in the future time, and the ninefold supramundane dhammas in the present time to manifest themselves through eyes, ears, nose, mouth, body and mind of ours at this moment in time. Ukasa, we all humbly invite the enlightened and mundane Sangha in the past, innumerable of them, and the enlightened and mundane Sangha in the future, and the enlightened and mundane Sangha in the present time to manifest themselves through eyes, ears, nose, mouth, body and mind of ours at this moment in time. May the power of the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Sangha, of my teachers and preceptors, of my parents, of generosity and precepts, of renunciation and wisdom, of perseverance and patience, of truthfulness and resolve, of loving kindness and equanimity that we have accumulated throughout countless lifetimes, that we have cultivated in the present time from childhood, remembered or forgotten. May the power of merit and perfections secure all of us. May all of us attain enlightenment at this present moment in time. May all of these become the foundation of Nibbana. Bow, bow, bow. After we have chanted in homage to the Triple Gem, from now on, let us make good intentions to the path of Nibbana. Every one of us sit cross-legged, the right leg on top of the left leg, the right hand on top of the left hand, the right index finger touching the left thumb. Place your hands on your lap comfortably. Close your eyes gently. Be comfortable, just like you were going to sleep.
ใกล้จะหลับอย่าไปบีบเปลือกตา
Don't squeeze the eyelids.
อย่ากดลูกในตา
Don't press the eyeballs.
แล้วก็ทำใจของเราให้เบิกบาน
And make your mind
ให้
cheerful,
แจ่มชื่น
joyous,
ให้สะอาด
clean,
ผ่องใส
pure, and clear.
ไร้กังวลในทุกสิ่งในใจ
Be worry free with everything else.
ไม่ว่าจะเป็นเรื่องอะไรก็ตาม
It doesn't matter what it is.
ให้ปลดให้ปล่อย
Just let
ให้
go of everything for now.
ให้คลายความผูกพัน
Release the bondage.
ทิ้งทุกอย่างปล่อย
Abandon
ปล่อย
everything
แล้วก็รวมใจไป
and unite your mind to be still,
นุ่มๆเบาๆ
softly,
สบายๆ
lightly, and comfortably,
ผ่อนคลาย
relaxingly.
รวมใจไปหยุดนิ่ง
Unite your mind to be still, gently,
ๆเบา
softly,
ๆสบาย
comfortably,
ๆที่ศูนย์กลางกาย
at the seventh base, at the center of the body,
ซึ่งอยู่ในกลางท้องของ
which
เรา
is in the middle of your stomach.
ในระดับที่เหนือจากสะดือขึ้นมา
2 finger widths above the navel.
โดยสมมติว่า
By assuming
เส้นได้
you have 2 strings of thread,
นำมาถึงให้ตึง
stretch them out,
จากสะดือทะลุ
one from the navel to the back,
จากด้านขวา
one from the right side of the body to the left.
ให้เส้นได้ทั้งสอง
The threads intersect each other
กากบาท
like a cross.
จุดตัดจะเล็กเท่ากับปลายเข็ม
The intersection point is as small as the tip of the needle.
นี้ขึ้นมา2 นิ้วมือ
2 finger widths above this intersection point
ศูนย์กลางกาย
is called the seventh base at the center of the body.
หรือจำง่ายๆ
Or you can simply remember, this is for the beginners
ทุกภูมิภาคทั่วโลกจำง่ายๆ
who reside everywhere in the world, that it's somewhere in the middle of your stomach, the position that you're comfortable with,
สะดือขึ้นมา2 นิ้วมือ
2 finger widths above the navel.
สำคัญมาก
This is a very important
มาก
position,
ที่สุดในชีวิตของเรานะ
most important in your life,
เพราะว่าเป็นที่มาเกิด
because it's the place of birth as a human.
ที่ตาย
It's a point of death.
ตายตรงนี้ใจจะมาอยู่ตรงนี้
The mind is here.
เกิดดับหลับตื่นนอนหลับใจ
Birth,
อยู่ตรง
death,
นี้ตื่น
sleep,
ตรงนี้
and awake. It all happens at this point. And the important thing
เป็นตำแหน่งที่ตั้งของใจ
is the position of the mind
ที่จะนำให้เราไปสู่อายตนะนิพพาน
leading us to Nibbana.
ดับทุกข์ได้
It can end
บร
sufferings.
มสุขได้
We can attain
ต้องจำ
total bliss
นะ
at this point
เพราะว่าเป็นตำแหน่งเดียว
because it's the only position
ที่พระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้าทุกพระอ
that
งค์
every Buddha
พระอรหันต์
and Arahant,
ใจนั่นมาหยุดอยู่ที่ตรงนี้
his mind stopped here
เมื่อท่านเห็นภายใน
when he saw within the body, when he saw the cycle of birth, the harm
ในภพ
of rebirth in the 3
กาม
realms.
ภพรูปภพหรืออรูปภพไม่ว่าจะไปเกิดเป็นอะไรก็ตาม
It doesn't matter
ด้วยชีวิตยังไม่
which form you're born with, life is not safe
ภายใต้กฎแห่ง
because it falls under the law of karma,
ภายใต้กฎแห่งไตรลักษณ์คือความไม่เที่ยงเปลี่ยนแปลงอยู่ตลอด
impermanence. Things change all the time, Nothing is
ใช่
steady.
ตัวตนที่แท้จริงของเรา
Its suffering is not the true
เรา
self.
จะไม่ได้
We cannot control
ยั
it.
งต้องเวียนว่ายตายเกิด
We still have to be in this cycle
เรา
of
จะ
birth.
เกิดเป็นชนชั้นล่างชั้นกลางชั้น
It doesn't matter which level you're born with.
ล้วนมีทุกข์ทั้งสิ้น มีทั้งทุกข์เกิดแก่เจ็บ
Life
ตาย
is filled with suffering.
แล้วก็ทุกข์อย่างอื่นที่จรมาอีกสิ่งการบัดพลาดจากสิ่งที่รักของที่รัก
To be apart from the loved
เป็น
ones
ทุกข์
is suffering.
ปรารถนาสิ่งใดไม่ได้สิ่งนั้นก็เป็นทุกข์
Not getting what you
เริ่มประ
desire
สบสิ่ง
is suffering.
ที่รัก
Meeting things you don't want
สิ่ง
to,
ที่รักก็เป็นทุกข์
undesirable things, is also suffering.
มีทุกข์หมดไม่ว่าชนชั้นล่างชั้นกลางหรือชั้น
Be it poor or rich people,
ล้วนทุกข์หมด
everyone
แม้เกิดเป็นชาวสวร
has
รค์
sufferings.
ก็ยังไม่มั่นคง
Even being born as a celestial being,
แม้จะยาว
it's
นาน
still
กว่ามนุษย์
not guarantee the true happiness.
แต่ก็ไม่มั่นคงเมื่อหมด
It's unsteady.
ก็ต้องมาเกิดใหม่
When you run out of merit, you have to be reborn.
มนุษย์บางทีตกจากสวรรค์
Sometimes
ไปเกิดใน
you could be reborn as a human or even go to the unhappy realm.
ตามมีบาปกรรมที่ทำมา
Depending on the bad consequences
ตรงไหนยังมีกฎ
that you have done.
ของสังคมบังคับอีก
There's still society rules
ที่มันซ่อนๆกันอยู่
to limit you.
จะเป็นลมหรืออรูปลมก็ยังต้องเวียนว่ายไปเกิด
Celestial beings
ยกเว้น
are still under
ที่เป็นพระ
the cycle of
อริย
birth.
แม้จะมีชีวิตยาวนานก็ตาม
Even though
กำลังบุญก็ต้อง
some of them
ลดลงมาอีก
have long life,
บาง
have
ที
long
ก็มาเป็น
lifespan,
มนุษย์บางที
they still have to be
ก็เป็น
reborn
ก็มี
once the merit is used up.
เพราะฉะนั้นชีวิตในสังสารวัฏ
Therefore, life in the cycle
จึง
of
ยัง
birth
ไม่ปลอดภัย
is not yet safe.
มีอบายภูมิรองรับอยู่อีกเยอะทั้งนรก
It's being supported by unwholesome realms, unhappy realms, being reborn over and over again.
ชีวิตแบบนี้
So the Buddha
จากชีวิต
was tired of this cycle of life, wanted to be free,
ปลีกตัวแสวงหาที่วิ
so he isolated himself.
เมื่อถึงจุดอิ่มตัวในเพศของพระอรหันต์
Once he had enough of being a lay person,
ท่านก็ปลีกตัวออกบวช
he separated himself
สมณธรรม
and practiced
ไปใจท่านทิ้งทุก
meditation
อย่างปล่อยวางทุกสิ่ง
when his mind abandoned everything.
ใจก็จะรวมมาหยุดนิ่ง
His mind was
ๆ
still
ที่
softly
กายฐานที่7ตรงนี้แหละ
at the seventh base at the center of the body.
นิ่งอยู่ตรงนี้
It stopped here,
อย่างเดียว
being still only,
ไม่ได้ทำอะไรที่นอกเหนือจากนี้เลย
doing nothing else apart from that. Being
พระ
still,
สัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้าของเรา
especially our Buddha,
นิ่งอย่างเดียวนะไม่ได้ตายเถอะ
he kept still,
เกิดหายไปเหลือแต่กระดูก
prepared to dedicate his life for it.
ไม่หลุดพ้นจากความทุกข์ของชีวิต ไม่ลุกจากที่ยอม
He
ตาย
wouldn't get up from his seat
ซึ่งตอน
if he didn't attain
ท่านก็
Dhamma.
ยังไม่ได้พบหนทางที่จะพ้นทุกข์
At that time, he hadn't found out the way to be free from sufferings. He hadn't attained enlightenment,
ใจท่านนิ่งอย่างเดียว
but he kept his mind still, not knowing what was gonna happen.
ท่านก็นิ่ง
He kept still
ร่างกายตรงนี้แหละฐานที่7นะจ๊ะ
at the seventh base at the center of the body, being still continuously once it was in the right
ไม่
proportion.
เกินไปไม่หย่อนเกินไป
not too stretching,
ศูนย์เข้าไปสู่ภายในเหมือนหล่นลงไปหรือเหมือนเคลื่อนเข้าไป
then it fell downward to the center.
เมื่อแสงสว่างภายในเกิดขึ้น
And the inner light occurred.
เครื่องจะทำให้มืดให้หลับตาแล้วมืดมันดับไปความสว่างก็เกิด
The brightness
มัน
happened
ศูนย์เข้าไปสู่ภายใน
when his mind fell downward to the center.
นำก็ลอยขึ้นมา
The Dhamma sphere
เป็นดวงใส
rises up. It's a clear sphere,
กลมรอบตัวเหมันดวงแก้ว
round in shape like a crystal ball.
อย่างเล็กก็ขนาดดวงดาวในอากาศ
The small size is like a star in the
อย่าง
sky.
กลางก็
The medium one is like the full moon,
อย่างใหญ่ก็
and the big one is like the midday sun,
หรือใหญ่กว่านี้
or even bigger than that,
มีที่
depending on each individual's perfections.
ลอยขึ้นมา
It floats up,
เด็ดนิ่งอยู่ที่ศูนย์กลางกายฐานที่
being still at the seven base at the center of the body,
แก้ว
round like a crystal ball, clear and pure,
ใสเหมือนน้ำใสๆก็มี
as clear as
ใส
water
เหมือนน้ำแข็งก็มี
or as clear as ice cube
ใสเหมือนกระจก
or as clear
ที่เราส่องเอาหน้า
as a mirror
ใสเหมือนกับเพชรก็มี
or as clear as a diamond,
เกินความใสใดๆในโลก
clearer than anything else on earth,
ละเอียดบริสุทธิ์
clear, refined and pure.
ขึ้นกลางกาย
It rises up
ตรงนี้แหละ
at the seven base,
สว่างเหมือนดวงอาทิตย์
as bright as the midday sun,
หรือยิ่งกว่านี้เนี่ย
or even brighter than that.
แต่ใสเย็น
But it's clear and
ไม่
cool.
แสบตา
It doesn't sting the eye.
มาพร้อมกับความสุข
It comes with
ไม่
happiness
มีประมาท
beyond
เค
imagination,
ยเจอมาก่อน
happiness that you haven't
กับ
experienced
ความบ
before,
ริสุทธิ์
the purity
ใจ
of the mind
เกลี้ยง
that is clean,
จนกระทั่งรู้สึกปีติภาคภูมิใจถึงความบริ
it
สุทธิ์
comes with
บัง
happiness
เกิด
and purity.
ใจจะเกลี้ยงไม่ติดอะไรเลย
The mind is clean, not attaching to anything. Coming from this clear sphere, this is the first Dhamma
เรียกว่าดว
sphere,
งธรรมานุปัสสนาสติปัฏฐานหรือดวงปฐมมรรค
the first
เป็
Dhamma
นต้น
sphere.
ทาง
It's the beginning path
ไปสู่อายตนะนิพพาน
to Nibbana.
เป็นดวงใส
It's a clear sphere, pure.
เกิดขึ้นกลางกาย
It rises up at the center of the body, clearer than anything else on earth, brighter than any bright light.
เมื่อใจมีความสุข
When the mind is
มันก็
happy,
เป็นหนึ่งนิ่งแน่นทีเดียวไม่ขยื่น
it's still
เพราะขยื่นไป
unmoving
อยู่ที่อื่นมันไม่มีความสุขเท่านี้
because
ถึงแบบนี้
you don't find happiness when the mind moves from this point.
ปีติสุขเอกคตาเกิดขึ้น
It's total
อุ
bliss,
เบกขาเป็นกลางกลาง
be indifferent.
กลางที่เต็มเปี่ยมไปด้วยความสุข
It's filled with happiness,
แล้วก็
cheerfulness,
นิ่งแน่นติดแน่น
being
ไม่ขยื่น
still,
เมื่
unmoving.
อใจไม่ขยื่นก็เคลื่อนกันไปในกลาง
When the mind doesn't move, then
ซึ่งจะมีจุดเล็กๆเป็น
it moves inward.
เป้าหมายที่ใจจะสอดละเอียดเข้าไปข้างใน
The mind moves within
สอดความละเอีย
a
ด
small bright
ของ
spot
ใจ
to more
เข้า
refinement
ไปกลางจุดเล็กๆใส
at the center of this
ๆ
small spot.
ตามดูเรื่อยไปมีอะไร
He kept observing it
เพราะยังไม่รู้ว่าอะไรมันจะเกิดขึ้น
because he didn't know what was going to happen. He kept observing it,
หลุดพ้น
but the
จาก
goal
ความทุกข์
was to be free from suffering, to be free from
ตาม
sorrow.
ไปเรื่อย
He kept observing
ๆ
it,
เห็นอะไรก็ดูไป ตามดูสิ่งที่เห็นเห็นในกาย
kept observing things that happened within the
กา
body.
ยมันหายไปแล้วร่างกาย
His body
เรามีร่างกายมันหายไป
had disappeared.
เหมือนอยู่ที่โล่งว่างว่าง
Only spaciousness that he felt,
นิ่งอยู่ในกลางนั้น
being still at the center of that spaciousness.
ตั้งแต่เบื้อง
Be still only
จน
from the beginning
ตรัสสัมมา
until he attained enlightenment.
คือตามเห็นกายในกายก็ไปเรื่อย
He kept seeing body within body,
ๆ
Dhamma within
อะไร
Dhamma.
มาให้เห็นก็ดูไป มีกายอะไรมาให้เห็นก็ดู
He kept observing the spheres, the bodies.
ลำดับเหมือนขึ้นบันไดทีละขั้น
It's like stepping up a ladder,
หลายผลัดส่งต่อกันไป
one step at a
จาก
time,
กายมนุษย์หยาบ
from the coarse physical body
ละเอียด
to the refined body.
เห็นกายมันละเอียดขึ้นมา เห็นเหมือนตัวเอง
Seeing himself
นั่งสมาธิหันหน้าออกทางเดียวกับตัวของเรา
in meditation posture,
เป็นกายที่สดใส
facing outward,
วัยเจริญ
younger looking.
ความสุขสดชื่นเบิกบานและความเข้าใจที่แจ่มแจ้ง
It came with happiness and the true understanding
จริงชีวิต
as to the truth of life. He kept observing it
โดยผ่านช่องทางสายกลาง
by this middle
ของ
channel
แต่ละกายนั่นแหละ
within each of the
จาก
body,
กายมนุษย์ละเอียดถึงกายที่
from the coarse body to celestial body to Rupapom body,
แต่
Arupapom
ละ
body.
กายก็มีกายละเอียดของตัว
There is refined body within each set of body,
ถึงกายที่สำคัญคือกายธรรม
and the important body is Dhamma body
กายธรรมลักษณะ
or Dhammakaya
ที่สวย
body.
งามมากเป็นกายองค์พระ
It's very beautiful
เกศดอกบัวตูม
It's a Buddha
ดอกบัวสัต
image
บงกฎ
with lotus bud at the top knots, not too big, not too small.
ตั้งอยู่เป็นจอมกระหม่อมบนพระเศียรของท่านที่มีเส้นประศกและเส้นผมขดเวียนเป็นทักษิณาวัตร
It's a beautiful body.
เรียบกายตั้งตรง
The body is erect
สง่างามสวยงาม
with dignity.
กว่ากายของโดดาพรหมรูปผม
It's more beautiful than any body
แต่ในอริยบทเดียวกัน
in the same sitting meditation posture,
นิ่งแน่นทีเดียว
very
ก
still,
ลางนั้นหน้าตักย่อนกว่า5 วานิดหน่อย
less than 5 wa in breadth and
กาย
height.
ทำโคตรภู
It's called Krotapu body,
ความพ้นจากความเป็นบุตุชนแต่ยังไม่ได้เป็นพระอริย
being
เจ้า
free from an ordinary
พระรัตน
person
ตรัยเป็นที่พึ่ง
but not yet enlightened,
คือ
having
การเป็น
the triple gem as a refuge.
พระรัตนตรัยเขาเรียกว่าพุทธรัตนะกาย
It's called Uttaratana, Buddha gem,
ต้องเอารัตนะมาเทียบเพราะใส
clear body.
นั้นแต่ยิ่งกว่าใส
It's clearer than any clear gem on earth.
อริยบทสมาธิ
In meditation posture,
อย่างนี้แหละถอดออกมาจากข้างใน
it's the inner body that he attained.
ชี้มือขวาจรดนิ้วหัวแม่มือข้างซ้ายก็เหมือนกันเอาถอดออกมาจากพระธรรมกาย
The same sitting meditation posture that we do right hand on top of left hand,
ซ้อนกันมันสวยสนิทแล้วก็
but the body within is so
ตัว
beautiful.
ท่านฝ่ามือจะชิดข้างๆนะด้านข้างของฝ่ามือ
The palms are close to the body, making the body erect
สบาย
and comfortable,
สง่างามสวยงามมาก
dignified, and very beautiful,
นี่แหละจ้ะเป็นตัวพระรัตนตรัย
peaceful. This is the triple gem.
จากความไม่เที่ยงเป็นทุกข์
This is the body that is free from
เป็นตัวตน
impermanence. This is the true self,
แต่ยังไม่สมบูรณ์
but not yet complete
เพราะว่ายังมีกิเลสอยู่
because
เบาบาง
there's still
ไป
a little
เพราะฉะนั้น
defilements.
ถ้าเราจะแบ่งกายออกมาเป็นสองภาค
Therefore, if we divide the body into
กาย
two
ที่ไม่
parts,
ใช่กับกายดั้งเดิมที่ใช่
the unreal self and the
กายที่
original
ไม่ใช่เขาเรียก
self,
ว่าอนัตตาที่ใช่เขาเรียกว่าอัตตาอนัตตาครับ
the true self is called
อรูป
the permanent self,
ความละเอียดความ
and the other one is impermanent.
อย่างนี้นี่มันเปลี่ยนแปลงได้ซึ่งแต่กายทำขึ้นไปนี่แหละเป็นนิจจังเป็นทุกขังเป็นอนัตตา
But from the Dhamma body
เป็นตัวจริง
onward
ที่
is the true self.
ดั้งเดิม
It's permanent, original self,
ดั้งเดิมของตัวเราเลยแหละ
the original self
ทุกคน
of every one of
ของ
us,
เทวดา
of every
ผม
man,
ทั้งหลาย
of all celestial beings.
ดั้งเดิมอย่างนี้เพราะฉะนั้นเนี่ยมันก็จะเป็นไปตามความปรารถนาของเรา
Therefore, it's up to you.
มันจะแบ่งเป็นสองภาคอย่างเนี้ยกาย
The body can be divided into
ที่สม
two
บูรณ์
parts like so, but the complete
การ
one
ทำอรหัตผล
is Arahat Dhamma body,
20 วาสูง
20 wa in breadth and height.
แต่หน้าตาเหมือนกัน
But the faces are all the same.
โสดาสกิทาคานาคารหัตทุกอย่างเหมือนกันต่างแต่ขนาดและความบริสุทธิ์
Everything is the same
พอถึงการ
except
ทำอรหัตก็
the size and the purity.
พ้นจากกิเลสอาสวะ
Once he attained
ความโลภความโกรธความหลง
the Dhammakaya body, he was free from all defilements,
อะไรพวกนั้น
greed, anger, and delusion.
ทิฏฐาสวะบังคับได้แต่กายทำพระอนาคามีลงมาถ้านับจากพระอนาคามีถึงกายหยาบก็จะเบามาหนัก
From Anakami body
หมายถึงพระอนาคามีก็จะ
backward,
เบา
you are still controlled by defilements, but it gets less and less once you attain the next body. But you'll be free from all defilements when you attain the Dhammakaya body.
ตรงนี้ธรรมจักขุของพระธรรมกายจะเห็น
You see with the true insight the eye
โมหะ
of Dhamma
หรือมาสวะ
when you attain
การ
the last body, the Dhammakaya body.
ชาสวะอาสวะคือความไม่รู้
You'll be free from
มัก
ignorance,
ดองเอาธาตุธรรมเข้ามาปิดแช่อิ่มลงไป
being free from the control
มักดองด้วย
of
ความ
Mara.
เห็นจำกิรูของเราจึงไม่รู้เหมือนเอามะม่วงมายมอะไรพวกนั้นนะมัน
You'll be free from defilements,
รสหวานเค็มอะไรกันแล้วแต่นี่ดองด้วยกิเลสดอง
which were kept within us for a long time.
เขาจะหุ้มเข้าไปเป็นจาน
The defilements, layer after layer,
ๆหุ้มธาตุหุ้มธรรมหุ้มเห็นจำคิดรู้หุ้มกายสัพพะษาบ้านๆเขาหุ้มทั้งกายทั้งใจ
covering the body and mind,
ทุกๆใจ
every mind and every body
ทุก
within.
กายหุ้มมาเลยแช่อิ่มลองผลไม้อย่าง ถ้าดองด้วยกิเลสดองกันมานี่เราพบ
All the bodies within
ซึ่งก็ต้อง
are covered with defilements in countless lifetimes.
สวยงามจึงกลายมาเป็นร่างกายปัจจุบันที่เราเห็นอย่างนี้
Changing from the original body, which was beautiful, to the physical shapes and bodies at the present time. Every man has become different. Languages, cultures, causing disagreements, calling for equality, arguing with each other depending on the bad consequences to each other, the revenge that we have for each other. So our true task is the thing we have to study, following the Buddha's example, seeing body within body, Dhamma within body. They're all in the same position but doing different things. Seeing layer after layer of it is the knowledge as well as happiness. The true knowledge from the true insight. Once every man gives himself a chance to bring his mind back to the original position, the same position that the Buddha attained enlightenment, will see the same things. And we just continue to observe them, seeing body within body, continuously. Keep observing it. Once everyone is doing this, they will get past the difference of opinions, the difference in cultures, ideas, opinions. In heaven, celestial beings look different too. Every inner body is the same. Once every man can attain this, then they will become united with the true insight, the true knowledge of life, and they will have good speech, action, and thoughts. Once everyone is the same, then the true peace will happen. Good things will happen. There will be no difference in heaven levels. We are all the same within the bodies. Therefore, for the remaining time, practice your mind well. Make it still, softly, comfortably, relaxingly. You must do it gently and comfortably and relaxingly. You must do it this way. There's no other way. It has to be light, gentle, and relaxed so that the mind can be still easily. So for the remaining time, let us persevere. May all of you attain the inner triple gem. Let us meditate in silence for the remaining time.
หาพลปตตาปัจเจกานันจะยังพลังอรหันตานันจะเตเชนรักขังพันธามิสัพพโสเตอัทลทาสุขิตาเวรุณหาพุทธศาสเนโรคาสุขิตาโหทสหสัพเพยาติภิสัพพพุทธานุภาเวนะสัพพธัมมานุภาเวนะสัพพสังฆานุภาเวนะสทธาโสธีพระวันตุเต
สาธุลำดับต่อไปเป็นพิธีกล่าวคำถวายอาคาร80 ปี
Next, we will have the ceremony to offer donations
สำหรับผู้แทนสาธุชน
for 80-year หลวงพ่อธรรมชโย building to the monastic community. The offering saying will be led by the representatives from our community.
หันธรรมยังพุทธสสาภาคะวะโตปุพพาคณมการังกะโรมาเซนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะ
อิมังมะยังพันเต
อิมังมะยังพันเต
อสีติวัสสกาเล
อาสีติวัสสกาเล
ธรรมชยัสสะ
ธรรมชยัสสะ
มหาเถรัสสะ
มหาเถรสะ
ปูชนัฏฐายะ
ปูชนัฏฐายะ
อาคารัง
อาคารัง
สปาริวารัง
สาปาริวารัง
สันเลขะปฏิปันนัสสะ
สันเลขะปฏิปันนัสสะ
ภิกขุสังคัสสะ
ภิกขุสังคัสสะ
นิยาเทมะ
นิยาเทมะ
สาธุโนพันเต
สาธุโนพันเต
ภิกขุสังโฆ
ภิกขุสังโฆ
อิมัง
อิมัง
อาคารัง
อาคารัง
สปาริวารัง
สาปาริวารัง
ปฏิคันหาตุ
ปฏิคันหาตุ
อัมหากัง
อัมหากัง
ทีฆรัตตัง
ทีฆารตัง
หิตายะ
หิตายะ
สุขายะ
สุขายะ
นิพพานายะจะ
นิพพานายะจะ
ข้าแต่พระภิกษุสงฆ์ผู้เจริญ
Venerable monks, all of us would like to offer 80-year หลวงพ่อธรรมชโย building together with other offerings to the monastic community to support the ordination functions. May the monastic community accept this 80-year หลวงพ่อธรรมชโย building together with other offerings from all of us for the benefit, happiness, and attainment of Nibbana to all of us forevermore.
สาธุลำดับต่อไปเป็นพิธีกล่าวคำถวายภัตตาหารเป็นสังฆทาน
We will have the ceremony to offer midday meal to the monastic community.
กัลยาณมิตรสุทธิพงษ์ชัยกิติพรและกัลยาณมิตรเกษราพรชัยกิติพรเรียนเชิญครับ
อิมานิมะยังพันเต
อิมานิมะยังพันเต
พัตตานิ
พัตตานิ
สัปริวารานิ
สาปาริวารานิ
ภิกขุสังคัสสะ
ภิกขุสังคัสสะ
โอโนชยามะ
โอโนชยามะ
สาธุโนพันเต
สาธุโนพันเต
ภิกขุสังโฆ
ภิกขุสังโฆ
อิมานิ
อิมานิ
พัตตานิ
พัตตานิ
สัปริวารานิ
สาปาริวารานิ
ปฏิคันหาตุ
ปฏิคันหาตุ
อัมหากัง
อัมหากัง
ทีฆรตัง
ทีฆารตัง
หิตายะ
หิตายะ
สุขายะ
สุขายะ
นิพพานายะจะ
นิพพานายะจะ
ข้าแต่พระภิกษุสงฆ์
Venerable monks, all of us would like to offer food and drink together with other offerings to the monastic community. May the monastic community accept this meal together with other offerings from all of us for the benefit, happiness, and attainment of Nibbana to all of us forevermore.
สาธุ ตั้งใจกรวดน้ำอุทิศส่วนกุศล
We prepare to share the merit and receive the blessings from the monks. Unite your mind at the center of the merit sphere, which is a bright sphere. At the seven base at the center of the body, place your mind gently at the center of it until the merit sphere expands, and think of all the people you intend to dedicate the merit to, be they alive or deceased. People you owe gratitude to, your parents, grandparents, ancestors, teachers, relatives, friends, all the loved ones, including your guardian angel, the wholesome celestial beings, and people you have done wrong with in the past. Let it be forgiveness to each other and share the merit accordingly and receive the blessing from the monks.
ยะถาวาริวหาปุราปริปุเรนติสาครังเอวะเมวะอิโตทินังเปตานังอุปกปติอิจิตังปฏิตังตุมหังคิปเมวะสมิจฉตุสัพเพปุเรนตุสังกปาจันโทปนรสโสยะถามณิโชติรสโสยะถาสัพพิติโยวิวัชชันตุสัพพะโรโควินาศตุมาเตภวัตวันตรายโยสุขีทีขายุโกภวสัพพิติโยวิวัชชันตุสัพพะโรโควินาศตุมาเตภวัตวันตรายโยสุขีทีขายุโกภวสัพพิติโยวิวัชชันตุสัพพะโรโควินาศตุมาเตภวัตวันตรายโยสุขีทีขา ยุโกภวะอภิวาทนาสิเลสเนจังวุธาปจายโนจัตตารโอธรรมาวันทันติอายุวันโนสุขังภาลังสัพพพุทธานุภาเวนัสสัพพธรรมานุภาเวนัสสัพพสังฆานุภาเวนะพุทธรัตนังธัมมรัตนังสังฆรัตนังตินนังรัตนานังอนุภาเวนะจตุราสิติสหัสธรรมขันธานุภาเวนะปิตกาตยานุภาเวนะจินนสาวกานุภาเวนะสัพเพเตโรคาสัพเพเตพยาสัพเพเตอันตรายาสัพเพเตอุปัฏฐวาสัพเพเตทุนนิมิตตาสัพเพเตอวมังคลาวินาสันตุอายุวันตะโกธนวันตะโกสิริวันตะโกยาสวันตะโกพลวันตะโกวันนวันตะโกสุขวันตะโกโหตุสัพพทาตุกโรกัปปยาเวราโสกาสตุจุปัฏฐวาเนกาอันตรายาปิวินาสันตุจเตชะสัจเชยสิทธิธนังลาภังโสทิภาพยังสุขังพลังสิริอายุจวันโนจะโพคังวุฒิจยสวัสตวัสสะจะอายุจะชีวสิทธิภวันตุเตภวตุสัพพมังคลังรักขันตุสัพพเทวตาสัพพพุทธานุภาเวนัสสัทธาโสทิภวันตุเตภวตุสัพพมังคลังรักขันตุสัพพเทวตาสัพพธรรมานุภาเวนัสสัทธาโสทิภวันตุเตภวตุสัพพมังคลังรักขันตุสัพพเทวตาสัพพสังฆานุภาเวนัสสัทธาโสทิภวันตุเตสาธุตั้งใจบูชาพระพร้อม
Let us pay homage to the triple gem together.
อะระหังสัมมาสัมพุทโธภควา
อะระหังสัมมาสัมพุทโธภควา
พุทธังภควันตังอภิวาเทมิ
พุทธังภควันตังอภิวาเทมิ
Bow. Putto me nato. The Buddha is our refuge.
สวากขาโตภควตาธัมโม
สวากขาโตภควตาธัมโม
ธัมมังนัมสสามิ
ธัมมังนะมัสสามิ
Bow. Thammo me nato. The Dhamma is our refuge.
สุปฏิปันโนภควโตสหาวกสังโฆ
สุปฏิปันโนภะคะวะโตสาวกสังโฆ
สังฆังนัมหามิ
สังฆังนามามิ
Bow. Sangho Menato. The Sangha is our refuge. May I invite everyone to pay respect to the presiding venerable and the monastic community together. Bow. 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 May all the children of the most venerable Long Pus, Long Pos, and Kunyais, and all the great pursuer of perfection, with your family and attendants in Thailand and overseas, all over the world, be happy and prosperous. May all your good wishes be fulfilled. May you be free from suffering, sorrow, illness, and harm. May you have long life to pursue perfections for a long time. May you attain Dhammakaya easily with endless wealth to be with you in every lifetime, to follow the great master, to pursue perfections until the utmost of Dhamma forevermore.
สาธุ เรียนเชิญทุกท่าน
May I invite everyone to pay homage to the Buddha image together. Bow.